Hi everyone. In this lecture, we will find the convolution of two finite duration sequences, which is given as h of n is equal to e to the power n into u of n for all n, and x of n is equal to what? B to the power n into u of n for all n. Right? So two conditions are given to us. So when a is not equal to b and when a is equal to b, you have to find out the convolution sum. Okay, so let's go one by one. So we are going to cover up the case when a is not equal to b. Clear? So before that, what is this h of n, boss? H of n is what? Impulse response, right? And you should be aware about the condition for a causal system and a causal input. So for a causal system, h of n should be equal to 0 for n is smaller than 0. Am I right? And if you go for a causal input, so here what you can say for a causal input, x of n should be what? This is equal to 0 for n is smaller than 0. Am I right? And one more fact that you should know is u of n is what? Basically a causal signal. Fine. And we have already covered that a non-causal signal can be converted to causal signal by multiplying the non-causal signal by a unit step signal u of n. Am I clear? Fine. Okay. Now in the question, h of n is given and x of n is given. So x of n is what? Input, and h of n is what? Impulse response. And if you see both the expression, like h of n is given as a to the power n into u of n, and x of n is given as what? B to the power n into u of n. So in both the cases, you are multiplying this 2 u of n, here also u of n is present. So what I said, a non-causal signal can be converted to a causal signal by multiplying the non-causal signal by a unit step signal, right? U of n. So just because of this u of n, what happens for this two, h of n and x of n, becomes what? 0, 0 for n is smaller than 0, because for n is smaller than 0, u of n is what? 0, boss. So this becomes 0 for n is smaller than 0. If this is the case, so we can say that h of n and x of n are what, boss? These are causal in nature. Causal. Clear? And if h of n is 0 for n is equal to n smaller than 0, it means what? We are talking about the causal system, and here the input itself is causal because the input contains u of n, right? Fine. And you already know about the general expression y of n is equal to this, but we got to know that here the system is also causal and the input is also causal. So we can apply the formula that we have seen in the last lecture. So for a causal system excited by a causal input, y of n is equal to what? Summation of x of m into h of n minus m, where the limit of m ranges from 0 to n. Okay. So what we have to find out? We have to find out the convolution. So that is what we are finding out, right? So from here, what happened? Y of n is equal to this. So this will become equal to what? Summation, limit is what? M is equal to 0 to n and x of n. So x of n, we already know what is x of n, right? Now this is x of n. So this will be equal to what? B to the power m. Okay. And during this period, the value of u of n is what? 1. So no need to write. Okay. And into h of n minus m. Okay. So h of n minus m. So what is h of n, boss? H of n is given as a to the power n into u of n. So during this during this period this is what 1, so remaining is a to the power n, so it becomes a to the power n minus m. I hope it is clear to you. Now the same thing, how you can write? You can write this as summation of b to the power m into this, you can write as a to the power n divided by a to the power m. Okay, and the summation limit is what? M is equal to 0 to n. So hope this much is clear to you. Now m terms, take it together, so this will be equal to what? Summation of a to the power n, okay, into b divided by a to the whole power m, where the m starts from 0 to n. Now if you see this, summation variable is what, boss? Here the summation variable is m. So summation depends upon a m, right? So this you can write it as what? Keep a to the power n outside, so a to the power n outside, and then summation of b by a to the power m. Okay, where m is equal to, m starts from m is equal to 0 to what? N. So hope this much is clear to you. Now let's go next. Fine, let's go next. So now we are going to apply the formula basically, and the formula is what? Finite geometric series sum formula. So using the finite geometric series sum formula, we were up to this stage, right? Now we are using this formula. On which part, boss? On this part. Okay, so a to the power n, write it as, and now here you have to apply this formula. So here what is present? B by a to the power m, right? And the summation limit is m is equal to 0 to n. So it will become 1 minus this b by a and to the power, what is the upper limit? N. So n plus 1 divide by 1 minus this b by a, right? At what condition? At what condition? When a is not equal to b. When a is not equal to b. Hope it is clear to you. Fine. Now let's go to the next. So now the second case is when a is equal to b. We already know the formula. This is the formula. Okay. Now in this case a is equal to b. So this will become what? Summation of m is equal to 0 to n, okay, b to the power m into a to the power n minus m. Clear? Now this will be equal to what? Summation of b to the power m into a to the power n divided by a to the power m, and the summation limit is what? M is equal to 0 to n. Clear? Now let's go further, and this will be equal to what now? So a to the power n, you can keep this outside of summation. Now summation b by a to the whole power m, and m starts from what? 0 to n. Okay, now we already know, boss, a is equal to b. So if these both are equal, this becomes what? A to the power n into summation of m is equal to 0 to n. This becomes what? 1 to the power m, because a is equal to b. Okay, hope up to this is clear. Now this becomes nothing but, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus, it will go up to what? 0 to n. So 0 to n means how many terms, boss? N plus 1 terms. N plus 1 terms. So basically this will be equal to a to the power n into n plus 1. Okay, this is the value of y of n. So we have covered both the things. What? In both the scenarios, when a is equal to b and when a is not equal to b, what is y of n? That is basically what? Convolution of these two finite duration sequences h of n and x of n. So hope this is clear to you. If you have any doubt in this example or in this numerical, you can ask in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.